Welcome ESL to race 2. We are at Huset Speedway as practices getting ready to finish up here. And we will start qualifying. On top of the board is Thomas Noble during practice, Evan Ethel, Chester Chest. Those are your top 3. Got Trunnion done there in 4th, Vasquez in 5th. Anita in 6th. That was last week's winner. Will she have a fast time here today? It's a little overcast here. And Trent Rivera is hitting the track for his qualifying run. What type of speed did this team bring to the track? And Rivera has shown a little signs of speed in last week in a few races there. This track is just a little longer. It's 0.38 of a mile. And right now we're showing Logan Mercer on top of the board as far as qualifying. Vasquez, Bath, Lopez, Storm, O'Brien, Muldoon, Leathers, Dunn, and McGuire. Those are your top 10. As we get ready for Heat 1. And we are back as we get ready for Heat 1, 8 laps. As you see, Bath and Mercer in the front row. Then you have Muldoon and Kyle Storm. Then it's Trunnion and Ethel in the 3rd row. In the 4th row is Thomas Noble, Robert Cron. 5th row, Stefan Forge, William Thompson. And in the 6th row is Justin Reside and Del Rowe. The top 7 transfer. As we saw last week, transferring is so important. You want to make the featured race, because if you don't, you will not earn any points towards the championship driver standings. So it's important at least to get into that race, even if you don't finish well, but at least you're going to score some points. Can Bath replicate what she did last week? As the pace car has come in. And here we go. Mercer on the inside, Bath on the outside, Kyle Storm behind Mercer. Then you have Muldoon. He didn't make the featured race last week. He's trying to lock himself in. Muldoon goes very high, makes it 3 wide. as Dunn is there. Mercer in the point. There's Muldoon and Dunn battling out. Thomas Noble's there, Forge is there, Ethel. As Mercer is in control of this one. But Bath is not too far behind. Halfway through Heat 1 already. There's Storm in third, Dunn in fourth, Noble in fifth, Forge in sixth. Muldoon trying to hold on to that transfer spot. He is currently in seventh. Ethel giving it all he has. Now Ethel looks to the inside. Ooh, almost makes contact there with Muldoon. As we got 2 laps to go, and now Bath is the leader, overtakes Mercer. Bath is just showing some speed here, just like last week. There's a white flag waves last lap here in Heat 1. As they round the final turn, it's Anita in that one, wins Heat 1. It doesn't miss a step from last week. What a run by the one as we get ready for Heat 2. And we are set for Heat 2. We got Vasquez and Leathers in that front row. In that second row is O'Brien and Leathers. Third row, McGuire and Jones. Fourth row, Commander and Rivera. In the fifth row is Sebastian and Chess. And rounding the field is Doug Britton in that 84. Who is it gonna be? Just want to make it into that top 7. Pace car goes on to pit road. And here we go, Heat 2. Javier inside. And that 05 Lopez on the outside. The Leathers is there, the 4 of O'Brien. McGuire is there. Commander's currently in 7th. He is holding that last transfer spot. He did not make the feature last week, so he's trying to change that today. It's still showing him in 7th. But behind him is Rivera and Jones and Sebastian. Commander is now showing in 6th as we are at the halfway point of this race. Javier, he is your leader. Lopez in 2nd. O'Brien in 3rd. There's a few cars battling. Rivera is holding on to the last spot. As we get 2 to go. Javier gets a little loose there on entry. Still holding on to that lead. As we get the white flag in Heat 2. As he rounds the last turn, Javier Vasquez wins Heat 2. Looks like Trent Rivera was holding on to that last transfer spot. As now we have the consolation race. And who is gonna make the feature race? As this is 10 laps, the consolation consolation race. Evan Ethel, Matt Jones in the front row. In the second row, Justin Reeside and Sebastian. In the third row, William Thompson and Doug Britton. In the fourth row, Robert Cron and Chester Chess and Del Rowe rounds the field. It's the top 4 that get in. There's a few of these drivers that didn't make the show last week. I'm not sure. Maybe there's one in here. There's a lot of drivers that didn't make the featured race last week that are making it already because they did finish top 7 in their heats. Is it going to be the top 4 that transfer? And here we go. Evan Ethel in the inside, Matt Jones on the outside, Sebastian in third, Justin Reeside in fourth. Evan Ethel with a strong start, is pulling away, slightly away from the 51 and the 8. Justin Reeside in second, Jones in third. And then it's a battle for fourth between Sebastian and the 5 of Thompson. But none of these guys want to go home early. We have Doug Britton back there, Robert Cron. Looks like Sebastian is going to take over third here. It's a good battle here for third and fourth. It's not helping out Cron in Britain, though. They want to try to get by. Excuse me, that was a battle for fourth. Your top 3 is Evan Ethel. He's in the lead as we're at the halfway point of this race. Then it's Justin Reeside in second, Jones in third, and then it's Sebastian in fourth. He has pulled away. Can anyone gain any ground? But right now, the 81 is holding on to that last transfer spot. The next closest driver is Thompson in at 5, but they're struggling back there. That 81 is doing all he can to close into that top 3. As we got 2 laps to go. And it's Evan Ethel leading the way. As Jones and Reeside almost made contact there. A white flag waves last lap here. Great run by this 38 as he rounds the final turn. And Evan Ethel wins and transfers over, as well as Jones, Reside, and Sebastian. Everyone else is going home. Chess, Britton, Thompson, Cron, and Del Rowe. As now we get ready for the featured race, 30 laps here. And it's Bath and Vasquez in the front row. In the second row, you have Mercer and Lopez. In the third row, you got O'Brien and Storm. In the fourth row, you got you got Storm and O'Brien. In the fourth row, Trunnion and McGuire. In the fifth row, you got Thomas and Commander. Sixth row, Forge Leathers. Seventh row, Muldoon Rivera. Eighth row, Ethel and Jones, and then you have Reside and Sebastian. He rounds your field. And that is the eighth row back there. Had my rows mixed up there for a second. As the pace car goes on to pit road. Who is it going to be? Can Bath make it back to back? Has shown a lot of speed here, just like last week. Green flag waves, and here we go, feature time. We're going 30 laps. Javier on the outside path and inside. Then you have Mercer, Lopez. All these drivers have some speed. Kyle Storm, Dunn, O'Brien. Everyone's trying to mix it up here. And we're still side by side. Everyone jockeying for position here. Early on, you got to grab it while you can, because if it stays green for a while, it's going to be hard. It'll be very hard to make passes. As we were almost 3 wide there. Javier is in third, Mercer in second, and Bath in the lead. Lights out so far. But how will she do in the long run? As we are going 30 laps. It's Mercer in second. Javier still in third. Lopez gets a little loose there. Storm in fourth. Dunn in fifth. Lopez drops to sixth. There's still a lot of battles going on throughout the field here. And there is McGuire currently in 10th. Tail end of the field is the 81 and the 51, Sebastian and Jones. As they're still side by side. Mercer is seems to be closing in on that one. Javier is there in third. In fourth is Kyle Storm. In fifth is Trunnion Dunn. He's having a good run. Last week he didn't have that much of great luck. He was caught up in a few incidents, but today in the top 5 in the featured race. There's O'Brien in 6. And Mercer is closing the gap on that one. Still plenty of time to reel him in. Reel her in. As we're not at the halfway point yet. Kyle Storm still sitting in fourth. Trudging Dunn, there's quite a bit of a gap there from fourth to fifth. There's O'Brien. We're going to have a battle here for fifth. O'Brien in the inside, trying to do everything he can to get by that 47. Thomas Noble having a pretty good run, currently in seventh. Lopez in eighth, keeps falling back. McGuire's going to make the pass here. This is a pass for eighth. As we are at the halfway point, can Mercer continue to close into that one? Doesn't need to have that long run speed. They're both using the same line on the track. It's about the mid-line there. That's where they're finding the most grip. The one got a little loose there. It's going to help their 32 continue to close in. I think that 32 is just slightly faster than that one. And the leaders might run into some traffic, and that might cause some problems here. Ooh, the 32 got very loose there. It's going to lose some momentum. Vasquez might have a play here for second. Kyle Storm still in fourth. The 47 of Dunn in fifth. O'Brien in sixth. Noble in seventh. McGuire in eighth. Forge in ninth having a good day. Muldoon in the top 10. And everyone else is just still trying to battle for position, trying to pick up as many spots as they can. And there's the leader, not too far behind. This is going to cause some issues here. It looks like they're going to catch him before this race ends. And that's what Mercer wants to see. That might be the opportunity for Mercer to take the lead. As Bath got very loose there, Mercer's gonna have a chance here to win this race. As we have 6 to go. Now Mercer goes to the outside, and Bath is trying to use that inside for speed. And Mercer's gonna go right by. Now it's Logan Mercer with the lead. Javier's not too far behind. But Anita's not giving up, fighting in that inside. We're still side by side with 4 to go. This is a great battle for the lead. It's going to be a 3-car race here for the lead. As we're almost 3 wide. 3 laps to go. Mercer doing a good job on the outside, but Bath doing a great job as well. The inside, the 32 gets loose as we goes around turns 3 and 4. Vasquez is there. It's going to be 2 laps to go, and we're still side by side for the lead. Bath in the inside of, oh, they hit 17, make contact with the 32. Mercer's trying to battle here. White flag waves last lap here at the feature. And because of that contact, the one has pulled away. As she rounds the final turn, and it's Anita wins the feature and wins back-to-back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Vasquez and Mercer made contact, and I think that's what killed the 32. Because he was there side by side. I really thought Mercer was just going to take over this race and win the race. A heck of a finish, man. That one and Anita are gonna be a problem. That's 2 weeks in a row. That one has shown a ton of speed. Can she keep this momentum going? Right now, she's the only one to be in victory lane these 2 weeks. I mean, the competition is there, though. It was crazy battle. Let's go through the standings here. I mean, the final results here. It was Bath with the win today, 2 wins in a row. This is going to be big in the points, though, for that one. Mercer finished in second. That you have Vasquez in third, Storm in fourth, Dunn in fifth, O'Brien in sixth, McGuire in seventh, Noble in eighth, Forge in ninth, Muldoon in 10th, Evan Ethel in 11th, Reside in 12th, Jones in 13th, Lopez fell all the way back to 14th, Commander in 15th, Leathers in 16th, Sebastian in 17th, and Trent Rivera rounds the field. And all the stats you see here on your screen is basically everything that happened in practice. As you can see, Bath was the fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. She won Heat 1, and then she won the featured. So this is just like a breakdown of every session to the featured race. Um, let's see if there was any wrecks. We had no cautions. Not sure what race this is. This is, yeah, we had no wrecks here. Yeah, that was the end of the Heat 2. So no cautions, no incidents. A lot of bumping here and there, but that's rubbing is racing, and we had a lot of that between second and third there towards the end, and that really just killed the momentum for that 32. That was his shot though. Um, Heck of a finish. Let's see what we got coming up for race 3, and then we're going to Lernerville Speedway for race 3. That track is 0.4 miles. And then we go to Royal Speedway. That's a half mile. That'll be the biggest track we racing in this series. Is a half mile. Uh, so that'll be interesting as well. But right now, Bath is extremely fast. Uh, so everyone has to worry about that one right now. Can that one continue to maintain this speed as we go to different types of tracks? That's going to be the question here. But right now, she has shown in 2 weeks just to have a ton of speed, has qualified well, finished in the front. No incidents either for that one. Um, it's good when you're in front of the field to continue to uh, not worry about any incidents in front of you. I thought the traffic was going to be a problem at the end. It ended up not being a problem at the end, but we'll see. With plenty of races to go. This is a 14 race season, so we're just getting started. We'll see how the rest plays out. Progression is coming up after the next race. We'll have check-ins too. That's extremely important. If you don't check in, you're not going to get relative skill. We'll be posting how the check-in is going to work. It's going to be, you're going to have 3 days to check in. If you don't check in those 3 days and the clock expires, you will not get any relative skill points. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to pay attention when I post it on the server when the check-in window is, because you do not want to miss out on 5 relative skill points. That will definitely hurt you moving forward. We'll have 3 check-ins during the season. And I'll talk about the other stuff at the halfway point as far as switching your developmental path. Um, but after the third race, everyone gets their developmental points, and that'll give a little boost to your driver as well. So we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. But like always, thank you for supporting the league and the stream. I will see you guys next time.